So happy to be with you here. Last minute substitution, we'll talk about that in a moment. I'm the STEM Education Research Center Director. So I'm part of the Eclipse planning team. I serve with Bob Baer, who was supposed to be here. You all probably know Bob Baer. Many of you serve with him on the task force and other committees. Big shoes to fill. So I'll give it my best. That's my first confession. This is our website, eclipse.siu.edu. And you can see we have 304 days left. Hard to believe, right? As Deb said, we were obviously in the path in 2017. And we started preparing in the Eclipse Task Force there about 2 years before that event. So now, we're keeping track, we have almost 8 years for this event. And sometimes I still feel like we're woefully unprepared, right? As Jay and others have pointed out, there's just so many things that are unpredictable. And yeah, it really takes a team, as others have pointed out. So I'm proud of the team that I get to serve with. And I'll try to give you a taste of what we experienced in 2017 in Carbondale, and maybe talk a little bit about what we're doing to prepare for 2024. And certainly in the breakout session, we can get into more details. So yeah, if we could bring up the slide deck. So we did plan for an interesting stadium event in Carbondale. We had about 30,000 people that came to campus. This is a campus at that time of about 16,000 students. So yeah, our campus more than doubled on that Monday. But it was more than that. As some pointed out, it was a whole weekend event. And there were many communities that were preparing all week, not just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Monday. Yeah, next slide.
Oh, do you not have the remote?
I'm gonna beg off it. We are capable assistants. So I think everyone's familiar with the idea behind the Eclipse, but I put this slide because this is part of the slide deck that we use. And as others have said, we've trained our ambassadors to go out. And I serve as co-chair of the Education Outreach Committee, part of our Eclipse planning team. And one of our roles is to serve education community in our region and surrounding states as well. But we also train our guest speaker pool. We're doubling down this time around because we got bombarded, as many of you have pointed out. And there are always those last minute venues that you want to take advantage of, right? Because of the obviously safety, education, and to do be a good community partner. Next slide. We can skip this one as well, unless you haven't seen this. This is a very spectacular model that was put together. So as Deb mentioned, we are at this crossroads of the 2017 event and the April 2024 event. So 6 years to prepare, right? Well, that's a blessing and a bit of a challenge because in 6 years, we have a totally new group of individuals serving on our Eclipse planning team. And so do the surrounding communities that we serve in and we try to coordinate with. New elected officials, first responders, and you know, again, you feel like you're just getting started in some cases because you bring no idea what a total eclipse is about and what's about to happen to their communities. So it is a real challenge. Yeah. And we can skip to the next one. I want to get to a bit of a taste of what happened. Yeah, go ahead.
We don't have any sound online.
was one of the balloon launches. We did have some clouds. In fact, there was one annoying cloud for about 30 seconds that stood over the stadium. Kind of made us a little panicky. But that was a condensation effect. And we have one more video.
Share the sound first. Did the sound not share?
No, you'll have to unshare. And then, I'm sorry, I didn't think of you.
So there's one fellow, there's one fellow that had never experienced a total eclipse, actually several people, but this one individual who makes a great exclamation was the dean of our College of Science.
Share screen.
Watch for that.
Just click on the main share screen button.
Got the two boxes in the bottom one.
Oh, yeah. Can I not just set that as a? No.
Yeah, I have that same question. I didn't do that.
All right, here we go. I'll remember the next time then. That?
Yeah. So is that look familiar? I'm sure many others had that same experience. So second confession, this was my first total solar eclipse. I remember first grader who had a lot more hair than this guy here, in rural southern Indiana on the farm, experiencing a partial eclipse for that 1970, I think it was March 7th, total solar eclipse that just passed through southern Florida. But that was my first partial solar eclipse. And I remember, and I don't recommend this or endorse this, but my father was a welder, and so he got the welding mask out, and that was our experience of seeing the partial eclipse. Now we have better technology today, right? We know that. So I encourage you to use those solar viewers. Second confession, I would say maybe I qualify as an eclipse chaser now. We got to 2017 event under our belt.
If it comes to you, you're not a chaser.
So I did go to Australia. I raised my ticket out. And I'm already making plans for other Australian visits. And then the 2045 event, yeah, 21 years from now. It's going to be a little south of Carbondale. So I'm going to that. That might be my last event because I'm going up there at that point. That's all the confessions I have for right now. I'll be glad to go and answer some of your questions if I can, standing for Bob and our team at Southern. So thank you.